What's up, gamers? My name is Aki, and welcome to Aki Game On. I'm in the Great Hall right now. It looks beautiful. Like, look at this. This is what Hogwarts is all about. Amazing. I don't know whether they have a Christmas thing happening in this game or not. I wish they do. And I was looking at something in my inventory. If I go to challenges, where are the challenges? Right here. Okay. So if you go to combat, I'm pretty close to finishing. Like, I have already done the Dark Wizard one. I'm doing the Duck Bugs. Duck Bugs are very easy to defeat, especially if you do Flipendo and you just slice their tongue off. It's very easy to finish them. Goblins are done. Inferi I just literally finished before starting this recording. Infamous one, I have to find more. There are 4 more. I'll see where they are. I'm not sure. I'm also trying to do the spider one. I have already done 59, which is nice. I still have to find them and I'll keep doing it. And even the trolls, I think that these are the 2 I need to focus on more. Mongrels, I don't know why I haven't seen many of them. Again, I'll go and search for them as well. And then finally would be the dueling feats, which also I'm actually pretty far away. I have to do a lot, and especially sometimes they're very hard to do. So I'll keep trying. Hopefully we'll finish that soon. We're finishing the Grief and Vengeance. And as you can see, I've completed a lot of quests from the last time. I needed some help. There are some I had to look online. And if you see what I'm wearing right now, actually I should have shown you in the gear. One second. Let me show you in the gear section. So these are like the treasure ones that you find. It looks amazing. Look at this. So you get the overcoat, the robe, the outfit which is you're wearing inside, and the neckwear. Also the gloves. So these are the 4 you need to look for. Not the easiest, I must say, because first you have to find the map and then you have to find the location of where that map is pointing out to, which is not the easiest, but it's always fun because I think so this is one of the best outfits that I have found in the game, and probably what I'm going to be wearing till the end now. I really like it. This is, and especially because the scarf is also your, like, our house color. It's nice. It's amazing. Now we are finishing off the Grief and Vengeance quest, so let's game on. Okie dokie. So where is it? It's right there. Okay, let's see what happens. She got in trouble.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
Yeah, she should be proud of you.
If she knew more about what you've done, I suspect she'd be proud.
If she knew any more about what I've done, she would never let me out of her sight again.
I'm sorry. Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
Damn.
Do you think taking down the Ashwinders will avenge your father's death?
No. Vengeance is not what drives me. My father would not want that. He and my mother raised me to believe that it is a privilege to be able to fight for those who cannot. I know there is risk involved, but I feel it is worth it. I am glad you seem to think so too.
Okay, cool.
What does your mother think about all of this?
Well, as you saw, she worries a great deal. She is an excellent seer, but I think it bothers her to this day that she did not see my father's death coming. She misses him, as do I. So I believe on some level she understands my need to seek justice in a small way. But that does not mean that she likes it.
Fair enough. And I also see why she's more concerned about her.
Do you think your father would approve of the things we've been doing?
Oh my, that is a good question. In theory, yes. Although he would worry as my mother does. But I think he, of all people, would understand my persistence. My father never shied away from a fight for good, no matter how ruthless the foe. And I think he would have enjoyed knowing that I had a compatriot like you.
Alright.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was. Truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed.
Alright.
Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
What is this guy doing standing here alone? Okay, anyway, so I think so that's the end of literally this. I think so now it's only one main quest that we have. Yeah, the headmistress speaks, sorry. Wait, so how do we reach? It's somewhere at the back. Oh, it's what? It's why is it on top of water? What we should do, I guess, go here and probably go to this one or this one. I think this. I think that is the closest one. If I'm not, I could be wrong. We can just move as quickly as we can, so it's fine. I think so I'm wrong here. So let me do this. I am at this one, right? Hey, what is this? Hey, what is this? Let me just go and grab this quickly. Yeah, it's very hard to know which way you should go to for certain quests. I try to figure out as best as I can, but naturally it doesn't work out every time. I am trying to find all the side quests that I can do, because it would be good to finish the game as close to 100% as possible. I know it would be a bit hard, but at least whatever we can do.
The sheer nerve taking them down.
Pardon me, is everything all right?
No, it's not. We only had 2 bells to go, but she just had to go and spoil things.
I'm afraid I don't follow. Who spoiled things? Also, what bells?
Professor Black ordered Mr. Moon to take down the bells in the bell tower. Said they were giving him a headache. Those bells are a part of Hogwarts. I wasn't about to let that happen. So I asked my friend Adelaide to help me put them back. We've always been a duo of sorts, Adelaide and Evangeline. Addie and Evie. Anyway, it was going swimmingly until Black started asking questions. Then she wasn't comfortable with our rule breaking. Now I'm stuck, unable to tell which bell goes where.
Is it really that important that the bells go back up?
Is it really that important? They're part of the school's history. Those bells likely told a young Merlin that he was running late to Charms, or called Ignatia Wildsmith to dinner. We can't simply fiddle with history. We're meant to be its stewards.
If only 2 bells are left, isn't it fairly easy to tell which goes where?
Easy for you, perhaps. I happen to be tone deaf. Mother likes to say I couldn't carry a tune if it hopped on my back like a chocolate frog. No point putting them back in if they don't sound just as they did before, for the sake of historical accuracy.
It's certainly an odd decree, even for Black, taking down the bells for a headache.
I agree. I thought it might also have been that they interrupted his hourly naps. That's all he does in his office, you know. But then I heard... Can you keep a secret?
I can.
I heard from Alice, who heard from Ollie, who heard from Eugenia, that it's because the bells reminded him of his wedding day. Breaks out in a sweat every hour on the hour. But mum's the word.
Perhaps I could help put the bells back up.
Really? Oh, that would be wonderful. The bells are in the bell tower just above the music room. You're certainly of more help than Adelaide.
Cool. I'll do this
I
later.
imagine the bell.
Because these are another side quest. It doesn't look that important, honestly. This is barely a side quest. Yeah, so let's focus.
In the bell tower.
I'm still waiting to hear back from Poppy. Not the yeah, Poppy regarding the. Oh, why is it taking us out? Whoa, we are really going. Can I? Okay, one second. Can I fly to that spot? One second. Let me see. Oh, the loading. What the? Where is this? Oh, guys, I just realized this is the map chamber. That's what I'm thinking. Wait, where am I going? Ah, we are going to the map chamber. We could have just... So sorry about that. Is this the final trial? I wonder if this is like not the final, the third trial. Sorry. Oh, without Professor Fig this time. That's very rare because generally Professor Fig is here
Welcome
before.
back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
I wonder who made him the headmaster. Like, there has to be certain, I don't know, rules, regulations that you need to follow. You need to be like a fit candidate,
How will I
right?
gain access to the headmaster's office?
Where is the headmaster's office? first of
Perhaps
all?
Professor Fig will know what to do.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, you see, Dumbledore is like so amazing. He's given his whole life for kids and all. And then next one is, I mean, Snape does become for a while, but Snape, like, I don't know. It's very weird for me.
Revelio.
I probably have to wait. Yep, thought so.
Professor Fig, the Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the
He's
headmaster.
a deek.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice Potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does?
So how do you already have Polyjuice Potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
I love it.
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now,
Oh,
to find
Whitey.
the headmaster's house elf.
So, where's the door? Okay. So I can't do any magic. So we don't have to be worried about Professor Black, which is... Can I scold him? Wow.
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only... you'd asked me about a particular potion, and well,
I did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you brewed enough for all my boils.
Oh,
Now, to determine which student gets this rather
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside. Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror?
hello.
Of course you haven't.
What could the headmaster want?
Gareth! Mr. Weasley, what are you doing here? Don't you have, somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor. Yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago, muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? But, sir, I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere. On your way, Mr. Weasley.
My god. What is he doing? What's Mr. Fig doing here?
Well, there's one for my diary.
Okay, alright. Damn, I couldn't even tell. Okay, just let me go here.
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the minute.
Headmaster, here, what could you want?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
My god, I'm doing this role very well. Okay.
Something is
cool.
very wrong with Professor Black.
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children.
Professor, a word? Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
Nice. I hope we have more interaction
What
with
did we do to
students.
deserve him as a...
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better.
What are they looking up at? Any more student to interact with? Okay. I'm taking the longer way just to see if there's any student who would interact.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
So everybody knows like something is off, which is... Isn't that how he would be? Always angry.
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours.
Professor, I need to speak to you. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, Very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
He's handling it. I don't miss him.
I realize that, and I'd like to keep it that way.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you.
It's
But
just so
I'm
funny.
happy to look into it.
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
How is nobody catching him? That's so weird.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig. I shall never understand that man.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Wait until Master sees what a wonderful job Scrope is doing.
Ahem. Attention, students. I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated in the noble banners of Gryffindor.
Oh my God.
I shall be taking no questions at this time. Or ever.
Oh, gee. Oh my God. That is so much fun.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
But can we not free him? Oh, I wish we could just free him right now. That would be so amazing.
Potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
Toujours pure.
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Okay.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
Hello, Hamora.
Hello, Hamora. Oh, sorry, I did not. Somewhere here, so keep it there, and this is up there. Okay, there we go.
Revelio.
But nothing amazing, to be very honest. And I think this is where we will stop. Wait, how do you... Wait, why is there a... Oh, I know what chest that is. I purposefully haven't picked that up because I'm waiting to be level like 39-ish before picking all those up, because that's when... Can I fix this?
Reparo.
You can't even fix it. Okay, alright guys. So I think so this is a good place for me to stop. Because I don't want to start the next part and then be stuck in the middle. I will try to complete the challenges that I showed you guys in the beginning of the episode. because I would like to finish at least as much of the game as possible before the ending. I think so we are still at like a good game left because we still haven't even done the third trial and there are 4 of them in total. So yeah, thank you for joining me today, guys. Please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate everybody who's been watching. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.